I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Infamous Iron Man issue number 9. What did Dr. Doom see when he looked into the future, and what could that mean for the rest of the Marvel Universe? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Alright then, so if you remember, when the last issue left off, Dr. Doom had had his consciousness flung into some sort of strange future world that had been calling to him. It's there he met the Sorcerer Supreme of that time and place, a much older Tony Stark, complete with an Eye of Agamotto that, hey, is just the Eye of Agamotto from the movie, go figure. Sorcerer Supreme Tony says that even though a lot of this is very hard for Doom to take in, he better listen and listen well. Something horrible is about to happen, and when it does, Doom can't be Iron Man. As you might have guessed, Victor tries really hard to decipher what these warnings mean, but he can't really do it because before he knows it, he's been flung back into the present. This ordeal having seriously weakened his body and mind. So much to the point he ends up passing out in front of Riri Williams, the invincible Ironheart, who with few options left decides, well, I guess I might as well take him into S.H.I.E.L.D., huh? He is technically a wanted criminal. Now, at the other end of the story, we have the big meeting between Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm of the Fantastic Four. It seems they haven't seen each other in a long time, basically since Reed and Sue left. This is by far my favorite part of the whole issue. They do a lot to break each other's balls like they used to back in the old days. Hey, Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a weird look for you, huh? Hey, Inhumans, huh? That's a weird look for you. Eventually, the conversation turns to the other Reed Richards who's been skulking around, the same one who told Ben to kill Dr. Doom. As you might have guessed, Johnny realizes that this has to be bunk, that there's no way their Reed Richards could possibly ever ask Ben to do something so horrible, especially after all the time he spent restraining the thing from killing Dr. Doom. This scene also gets a little meta too when Johnny talks about how horrible their lives have been recently, almost as if they're being punished for something, and how at the end of the day the Human Torch just misses his family and wants to go home again. Aw, we all want you to come back home again too, Johnny. But first we just gotta get that nasty old fox off your back. It's shitting everywhere and it's really distressing. Now over on the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, Doom is still out cold, but his very presence is beginning to cause a massive divide amongst the junior S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. They believe having Dr. Doom in their midst, even if it is a somewhat reformed Dr. Doom, is tantamount to having Hitler as a prisoner back in World War II. Some of them feel they would be doing a greater service to the world if they just executed Dr. Doom now instead of sending him to a cushy, padded cell, wherein he no doubt would drain S.H.I.E.L.D. resources and even possibly hurt S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel if he ever attempted to escape. This philosophical disagreement ends up ballooning into a giant coup with a bunch of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents bursting past the others to try and do the deed. Geez, a S.H.I.E.L.D. coup must be a day that ends in Y. It's one of the ladies who gets the opportunity to actually pull the trigger on the former dictator, but when the moment of truth comes, she can't do it. Instead, she ends up turning on the other two guys with her. It's not that she wanted to do it or anything, her body parts were being manipulated by a third party, and that person turns out to be none other than Dr. Doom's own mother. This lady goes full-on magical mama bear and ends up sinking the entire helicarrier with everyone on board, including Sharon Carter and the Thing, before whisking her son away. When Victor comes to, he's in his mother's magical lair. He's also missing a shirt for some reason. Doom and his mother have always had a special relationship, but I never read that into it. At least not until now, anyway. Thanks for creeping up my day, Brian Michael Bendis. Mama Doom says it's time for Victor to get serious. It's time for him to finally understand the true legacy of the Von Doom family, whatever that might be. So that was Infamous Iron Man issue number 9, and overall it probably had the least amount of actual Dr. Doom Iron Man than any other issue before it, and yet it might actually end up being my favorite issue of the series so far. The stuff with the Human Torch and the Thing was awesome, basically everything I wanted from these two characters getting back together again, and I can't help but feel they're already starting to plant seeds for the Marvel 2-in-1 series we're going to be seeing in Legacy. Heck, Bendis is even doing a really good job, I feel, growing Riri Williams' character outside of the main Invincible Iron Man book and letting it kind of bleed over into this one too. Will the strange Tony Sorcerer Supreme future come to any sort of fruition? It wouldn't be the first time Brian Michael Bendis built up to something only for it to be a little disappointing. Age of Ultron, anybody. That being said, though, I thoroughly enjoyed this issue from start to finish. I would give it a very positive 8.5 out of 10. So there you go, everyone. That's Infamous Iron Man for the week. I hope you enjoyed it, and while I still have your attention, why not check out some of these other videos? Want to follow me on social media? You can. Here's the links on screen, and you can also find more information down in the description of this very video. And hey, if you want to support me in future video projects, might I recommend becoming a patron. Patrons get exclusive videos and podcasts before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. So until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching.